everybody. My name is Tanner Hilton, and I'm going to present to you the paper that I wrote on Masonry. And I have to say, I find Masonry a lot more interesting now than I did prior to writing this paper for many different reasons. And there was actually a lot of things I learned about this that I did not know. And first of all, Masonry is one of the oldest building materials that we still use today. And there are so many awesome structures that were built thousands and thousands of years ago that are still standing today. Um, some of those are the ancient Greek temple, the Roman Colosseum, the pyramids of Giza, and also the Taj Mahal. And if you look any of those up, you'll see awesome, just amazing detail. And it was such an art, and people did all of this by hand. There wasn't no power tools. There wasn't any motorized equipment to move this stuff around with. It was all done by hand, and unfortunately, these things could have took 60 and 70 years, and people that started on them, odds are that they didn't get to see the finished product of it. And the masonry, the discovery of bricks were discovered from the Mesopotamia region, and the use of the kiln. And a kiln is basically like an oven. It speeds up the process of drying the bricks and curing the bricks to get them ready for use. It started around 3500 BC, and today we still use kilns to make bricks, ready to be shipped to a project. Used to, bricks were made by taking mud and clay or straw or dung, and they'd be compacted down and made into the shape or size that were needed, and they'd be placed out in the sun to dry and harden. And now, we have the kiln, and it speeds up that process so that can be done faster. Today, I think it's merely impossible to drive down the road anywhere in any part of town and not see a brick somewhere, or some kind of building or display or anything without seeing bricks in it. You go over to a friend's house, you see in people's yards, you see bricks that are around gardens. You can see pavers that are used for sidewalks and driveways, and you'll see them around pool areas. Some people even use bricks to prop up the tongue of their trailer to be able to hook up and disconnect to it, and also you'll see them placed behind wheels, to keep things from rolling off somewhere. Just like everything else in the world, masonry has its pros and cons also, and some of them can be, like wood and metal. They can contract and expand to heat and cold weather, and masonry does not do that. And so, with that being said, it's just there, and it doesn't have any forgiveness, I guess. And when there's no forgiveness like that, and it's just strong, eventually, if you have an earthquake or anything like that, it can cause the brick to crack. And when that happens, it has to be cut out and maybe place a new patch in there to replace, the existing bricks that were there that got damaged. Also, if a new project is going up and there's clay around the area of the perimeter of the project, and the bricks being put on there, there's no grass or nothing, and here comes a storm, the rain can cause the water to bounce up and hit the bricks and potentially stain it. And when that happens, whether it's a homeowner or a new office going up or any kind of commercial building, odds are, when the brick gets stained, the owner's going to be pretty upset. A couple good things about masonry is, it's a brick building, and for whatever reason somebody decides they're going to shoot at it, a lot of times, depending on the scenario, the building will keep the bullet from entering the building and keep the people safe, and I didn't think about that until, I see a lot of banks that are brick buildings, and that was kind of interesting to see that. And um, you know, bricks aren't a combustible material, so if a building catches on fire, it kind of helps um, the building from collapsing. Because if it was just wood, then all the trusses and everything they just fall through. Um, and it's a very strong material, and there may be things on the inside that catch on fire, but um, nobody's just going to go and set a brick building on fire without having to do something to the inside where there are materials that will burn. And that's about all I got. And I just want to say I hope all you guys are healthy and safe through this um, crazy time we're going through right now. I hate not being able to see y'all in class, but hopefully things get back normal soon and we'll all get to see each other again. Y'all have a good one.